Episode 3 of Skeleton Crew is out, and it was a good one. It was longer than the second episode, thank goodness. That one was too short, but I did like it. They go to a moon where they meet this funky owl lady, and help me out, guys, because I mean, I know some legend stuff, but like I wasn't recognizing her. Okay, so maybe she's from something else in Star Wars, and I'm not seeing. It feels like she's somebody. I don't know. Anyway, but she was kind of an interesting alien critter. And I like the sort of the lore they were building in around like the different planets, right? That there were like these 9, I think she said 9 different old Republic planets that were hidden away deliberately. And they were all destroyed except for one. And so I'm like, well, why were they destroyed? Were they destroyed because, there was something valuable there that people were after and somehow they were destroyed to extract that? Or were they destroyed because there was something evil and bad going on there? And like, I don't know, maybe the Jedi or somebody had to go in and like take care of business. Hard to say, or I don't know. But I do think when you see Wim's dad sitting there in the house, in the Undersecretary Ferris house, and all the parents are there, and they're kind of sitting around fussing and worrying about the kids and waiting on some updates from their droids because they're in a nanny state. These droids are taking care of everything. They're in a nanny state. Anyway, and he's like takes off his glasses and he's just sitting there, and you can tell like he's about to snap. Like there's something going on. I think he's like, all right, I've had it. I'm done with this stuff. Like this whole robots, droids, just making all our decisions, keeping us down, and my kid is missing, and I can't do anything about it. And they're telling me, well, they left on the spaceship, and so therefore that was illegal, and so tough cookies, get over it. He's about to break some rules. You can see it in his eyes. Or maybe he knows more about the great work. We don't know still what the great work is. Could it be? Well, I just gotta tell you what I think. The great work. I kind of don't want it to be this, okay? But the way they've set it up, I feel like that will be the big connection to other Star Wars things. Like I do. I think maybe it's the cloning stuff that gets you Palpatine eventually, the whole somehow Palpatine return thing. Or maybe it's something related to getting the new order set up initially. Maybe it's something, I don't know. But I think it's going to be a connection to other Star Wars stuff. And I don't want it to be. I actually would prefer if it was its own thing. Like, although this sounds super boring, they're like, they are just mining treasures down there. There's, I don't know. Or there's like ancient Jedi relics down there. Then they've gotten a hold of them, and maybe they're doing some work to like extract the I don't know. But I just want it to be something a little fresh and new. I guess I'd be okay if it connected to like something mystical, kind of like where the direction Ahsoka's going. Maybe we'll see. But I tell you, I can't get enough of the pirate stuff. I am loving it. Okay, so Jude Law's character, Jod Nahwood, he's, he clearly, I called it from the beginning. And I don't think they were trying to hide it, that he was going to be that pirate captain, Captain Silvo. And yes, he is Captain Silvo. They acknowledge that. But he is not a Jedi. So that's cool. He's a Force user, not a Jedi, and they're trying to figure it out. And it's so funny because it's like they're hearing the fans and they're like, "Oh, did he use a string or a magnet, or how did he do it?" Because there's people out on the internet who are doing the same thing, like, "Oh, I think he's tricking them." They're like, "Maybe he's tricking us." And also, they asked a question that fans have been asking, which was like, "Well, if you could have got out any time, why didn't you just get out?" And he's like, "Well, because I didn't have a ship." Maybe that's true. I don't know. It seems a little simplistic, but that's okay. I'm having a lot of fun with this. And I love his reactions to the kids. Like when they're giving him, grief and they're kind of calling his BS, he's reacting to that. So there's some charm to it. There's some good chemistry happening between Jod and the kids. But I love the pirate connections. Guys, there's a ton of archetypal pirate goodness in there. So, or evilness, whatever. So like Long John Silver, right? Long John Silver. He's Captain Silvo, Captain Silver. His Jod, John, might as well be Long Jod Silvo. But also he is sort of bonding with these kids, or he will, particularly Wim. Wim is still definitely the most open to influence from this nefarious guy, who clearly has a checkered past. But he wants to give him the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, like Jim Hawkins in Treasure Island wants to give the benefit of the doubt and trust Long John Silver. And in the end, he is let down because he's a bad guy. And I think they might take a similar path with Jod, that he might just let them all down and prove his true colors, that, he's just not a altruistic guy. Not even a Han Solo. Although they could take that path, and that would be cool, I guess. But I'm okay with a little bit of, moral ambiguity in the Star Wars universe, where he maybe is not a completely horrible guy. It's not like he murdered the kids and took their ship, right? I mean, but he is trying to get back to Ed, and of course there's some self-interest there, right? He's like, maybe get a little reward. I think he wants more than a little reward, but we'll see. I don't think that the parents and other people on that planet are going to take too kindly to him when he shows up. But I also think that he'll have sort of galvanized those kids into his own little fighting force. Like, they'll be on his side. They'll be kind of helping him. And that's messy too, right? Because he's kind of a protagonist antagonist, right? Now it's funny to hear them say, they call him Scarlet Jack. Or no, sorry, Crimson Jack. They call him Crimson Jack. Yeah, they're both mean red. Crimson Jack, and so that kind of makes you think of Jack Sparrow. Again, back to silver, he's got a color in his name, right? And Crimson's a color too. But it also makes me think of the Crimson Dawn, right? So I wonder if they're trying to make a connection there. Maybe not. But what did you guys think of this episode? I thought it was a nice episode. It was fun to see the X-Wings come in. And I was just waiting. I thought when they popped that canopy that we were going to see somebody we recognized that was familiar. We didn't. I don't think, right? That wasn't anybody from anything, but one of the guys from The Mandalorian or something. I thought we'd see somebody, and that's okay. There were still some other some good references that were included for the fans. I'm cool with that. And Jod, he didn't make a lot of friends that day. He pretty much trashed the spaceport, like trashed it. People were pretty ticked off. So I think he's going to be in trouble. So now he's got the Republic after him. He's got the pirates after him. He's sort of low level kidnapped these kids in a sense. The lady that he goes to see to get some help from, she doesn't like him. Right? Everybody's after this guy. He's done some stuff, and maybe he deserves what's coming to him. I don't know. But I will say Long John Silver was also more complex than the other pirates, right? He wasn't just a straight murderer. Like, he would sometimes help people. He had some kind of internal moral code that seemed to be a little bit at war with itself. So I would say the same is true for Jod. I'm going to keep posting about each of these episodes as they come out. I got some shorts that come out in the meantime. So make sure to subscribe, but also to turn on your notifications so you can get all my videos, all my content. I'm trying to build a community, and we're like single digits away from 1,000 subscribers. So that's pretty exciting. Anyway, it could be you. I wish I could give you a fabulous prize for it. But you have my respect. And that's really worth more than, anyway. Thank you for watching to the end. I appreciate you guys. Have a great day.